Alrighty, folks, we are 200 miles into our ownership of my 24 CX50, and the last day has been quite eventful. I'm already getting my first repair on this vehicle at my own fault because I was leaving the dealership trying to avoid a tow truck, and I scraped a curb. And I swear to God, the finance manager jinxed me because he goes, you're probably going to want that wheel and tire package. I mean, it's just so many nails in the road and, you hit curbs and such. And I was like, I don't do it very often. I think I'll be okay. 2 days in, and I'm replacing my back right wheel. It's not bad, but it's a brand new car. I want it fixed. And they offered me to repair it. And I was like, no, I just want a new wheel at this point. Like, repairing it's just going to not make it look OEM. I was like, it's never the same. You can get close, but it's never the same. And trust me, repairing wheels, that's a task that I don't want to take on, especially with these new ones and their paint schemes. I give props to people who can do it. So, a couple things I need to address. Somebody actually pointed this out to me, and thank you. Because when I scraped the wheel, I mentioned that the steering was a lot lighter on the vehicle a few days ago. And the person that had commented, they were like, isn't that not until November? And I looked and my car was manufactured in October. So I was trying to find a reason because the steering on this car still feels really light compared with the previous car that I had. Well, I found out what happened. So the suspension and such is still the same, but I guess maybe I'm just looking at it differently in terms of like subjectively thinking it's lighter. But on the same token here, I did take a note of the tire pressures, and my tire pressures are very high. We're looking at 45 PSI when they're actually supposed to be around 35. So that actually explains the steering on this vehicle as to why it was much lighter at lower speeds, because the tires are overinflated. So that'll get fixed. So of course, with that, I'm getting the wheel fixed tomorrow, so it won't be a big deal at that point. But that's essentially what had happened in terms of the car and in terms of the mistakes that I made, because I thought my car was manufactured in November, but mine was in October. So I still have the old suspension and additionally also the old steering software in this particular vehicle. And yeah, that would be why the steering wheel is lighter, is because the tires are overinflated. But I wouldn't have known that unless I hit the curb yesterday. So there's always a reason for something. But yeah, so that's where we're at. But anyways, guys, 200 miles in, still loving the car. I've already had to do my first touch-up paint with it because a rock somehow hit the back door. I didn't even see it happen. I didn't even hear it happen because this lovely Bose sound system is amazing. But I saw it and I was like, again? I was like, you can't win. So, but yeah, this car is doing well. We are at 200 miles, so we're going to start working in terms of more RPM variation, but that will hit more at the 600 mile mark. So, with that, a couple things. My mom and my stepdad are still looking for a vehicle at this point. It's scaled back a little bit just to pay off some debt. So in this respect, you'll see a new car at some point, but unfortunately we won't see the 2016 Charger anymore. Again, that one did get stolen, and we're all actually really bummed about it because we loved that vehicle. But they'll get something as equally nice in the future. But they still have the red Charger, they still have the Expedition as dailies, so they're still gonna be taking those. In terms of my sister's cars, so if she gets stationed outside of the US, she's going to bring her RAV4, and her Camry will likely be staying here. And so in this respect with that, I'll have to do some reviews on it. Honestly, the car is still running amazing. It had to get a new battery the other day, but it's still by far an amazing vehicle, and she still uses that as her daily and garages the RAV4 until she goes on special events. So that's going to be nice. And I'll be doing the same actually with this car once I get my Mazda 6. The engine is still pending, but in that respect, once I get that car, that will be my daily, and then this will be my sort of leisure vehicle. Granted, I will still be taking this at times to work because you're supposed to still drive your cars. And I love this car. This car is by far excellent. I wouldn't have gotten another one if I didn't like it. So, yeah. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Happy Thursday, or what? Bleh, happy Tuesday. Please be safe this weekend. Thanksgiving's coming up. If you have any comments or anything you want to share, please do not hesitate to leave them on the channel. Thanks so much, and we'll talk again.